And we are back once again with Slime Isekai Memories. Today we are here doing the brand new event, Overlord Tempest Crisis, Part 1, Part 2. So, I don't know, is this 2 events in 1? Huh, interesting. Okay, it's another board again. But before we get straight into that, I would just like to say, I love Overlord and I love Slime. So seeing both these animes have a crossover like this is pretty cool to see. I remember getting into them the same year. I don't remember if both animes came out during the same anime season, but at the very least, when I was watching a lot of Isekai, these were the 2 highly recommended ones. I am like up to date on the Slime anime, still waiting on season 3, and I'm pretty sure I'm like somewhere in season 3 of the Overlord anime. It's been a while since I watched, but I remember loving it. So anyway, let's get into the event. And here's a bunch of the characters that I guess are going to be crossover. There's Ainzao Ghoul. And Shoutir. Albedo. Rimuru dressed up as Ainz. And I don't remember who the maid is. The Undead King Cometh, Part 1. Okay, let's get this meeting started. So here's the deal. Apparently there's been some disturbing rumors lately. That's right, Great Rimuru. Recently, there has been a series of mysterious disappearances happening all around. People have been suddenly vanishing without warning. There's also nothing in common among those who disappear or where they're from. Fortunately, it hasn't occurred in Tempest yet. Good, but just because it's fine so far, that doesn't mean things will always be safe. I guess we ought to stay on alert. Indeed. Guys, try to always notify someone when you're leaving, so they know where you're going and when you'll be back. And if anyone isn't back on time, I want you to report to me immediately. Great Rimuru, how about we go to investigate right now? I'm definitely inclined to agree, but I'm not sure if I want to risk having everyone split up. If we were to assume that there's a mastermind behind all this, they might try to hunt down anyone poking around. So, you think that the disappearance are a sort of trap? I'm probably overthinking it, but since we don't have any information as of yet, we better... Well, look who's here. Great Rimuru, Lord Yi calls for you. This is an emergency. Aw, damn. We're including some of the other demon lords into this. Aw, man, if the other demon lords and Ainz meet, this is gonna be so cool. Considering the timing, do you mean to tell me that this is something to do with all the disappearances? I'm only here to deliver his message to you. I guess I don't have a choice. Okay, I'll go see him. Guys, we'll decide on what to do when I get back. Until then, make sure to stay on alert. Interesting. So it means, is Tempest not going to be the main place of the collaboration slash event? Is it going to be in the Octogram? Hey, Rimuru! Great! I've been waiting for you. Hey, Milim. You're as cheerful as always. Of course. I'm always doing great. Sheesh. Keep the volume down. So, Gi, find anything out about that case? Is that about the disappearances? Exactly. We've had disappearances in our country as well. So if you have any new info, feel free to share it with us. Yeah, so Tempest is the only one without disappearances. I wonder why people are disappearing. Because with a bunch of the other collabs, it was a little random, like how events were happening. I'm pretty sure Ainz's people are called like Nazarick or Nazarak. I don't remember exactly how to say it, but it's like the Great Tomb of Nazarick or something like that. So I don't know if they're behind the disappearances because they somehow came to this world and are just doing tests on people. Sure, I'll cut to the chase. The truth is that Ramrus is involved in all of this. Huh? Ramrus? But why? Well, it's not like Ramrus is doing it on her own will. Apparently, she got caught up with some abnormal phenomenon. Apparently. Also, is Dino and Dagal, I forget exactly how you say his name, but basically the Giants, and is Leon not here? Because that's 3 Demon Lords not going to be in this event? Like, you think this would be an event that all the Demon Lords will have to take part in, but I guess not. Beretta came to tell me, despite being hurt badly. What? How is Beretta now? All worn out, but resting for now. I just wonder, how does a demon puppet kind of rest? Now, I know she's mostly supposed to be a demon, kind of like Guy, kind of like Rain, Misery, and Diablo. But her body is a puppet because she just inhabits it. Unless, like, secretly the puppet is really just made out of flesh. Does she really need a rest? As for what happened, apparently a portal appeared out of nowhere. Then some kind of magicules from the portal flowed into Ramrus. And because of those magicules, Ramrus went all berserk. Okay, that's kind of crazy to hear. That some mysterious magicules just goes into people, making them berserk. Now, Ramrus isn't all powerful from what I've seen in the anime, so I do not know Ramrus's true strength. But considering that she's one of the 3 original Demon Lords, she has to be somewhat strong. And especially if she has golems, she has at least strong minions to help her out. So is that how Beretta got injured? Because Ramrus started fighting her and wrecked her? Because I would think Beretta would be able to control current Ramrus, but I guess not. As a result, her labyrinth is expanding endlessly, with new entrances appearing and disappearing all over the place. Those who disappeared have likely been sucked into the labyrinth through those entrances. The structure of the labyrinth seems to be getting more complicated, and numerous reports of a powerful magical beast. Shouldn't we be, like, seriously concerned? Yeah, it could eventually end up consuming the entire world. Wow. If the labyrinth is the reason why she's a Demon Lord class enemy, that does make sense. Like, she has a special ability or special control over that labyrinth to make it consume the entire world. But also, that is kind of a lame ability too. Like, eventually if the entire world is just a labyrinth, I guess mostly her enemies would die of starvation because they can't find food, or they can't even find Ramaris inside the labyrinth. But does she directly control the labyrinth? Like, can she make it any way that she wants? So, I mean, she can make it literally impossible for anyone to find her? Or is it just a very huge labyrinth that's like, she can't change it if someone enters and tries to come after her? Those are just my questions. Maybe this is talked about in the light novels or manga or somewhere else. What? Wait! Don't tell me the reason you summoned me here was because... The labyrinth can barely be observed from the outside due to mysterious magicules protecting it. We need to find an entrance and infiltrate it. That means we'll need a strong party. But they just can't be strong. We need someone with good investigation skills who also has the mentality and abilities to act flexibly. Milim isn't one for investigations, so I think you're the best candidate. I know that you and some of your subordinates are good at espionage. Seriously? Of course I want to save Ramaris, but this is getting out of hand. Can't just leave her as is, though. I better take on this mission to protect everyone. Hmm? Hey, what's that weird thing? Ah, it's an entrance to the labyrinth. Who'd have thought it would appear right here? Huh? You're telling me that Ramaris is inside that thing? Wait, something's coming out. Huh? Where in the world did we end up? Alright, here's the cast of characters I want to be seeing. And I'm guessing this is all of the collab characters that we're gonna have for the summons. Well, I'm pretty sure the girl on the right is a free-to-play character. So, at least these three. But yeah, Ainz looks pretty good in a 3D model. Albedo too. And Shoutier. It's weird that they always pick these three from the games I played so far. That these three are the main ones that are always picked. Man, I would have loved if the cryo monster, I forget what his name is, was one of the characters picked, because he's so badass. Or Pandora's Mask. I love Pandora's Mask. Also the gecko guy, Demigurg, I think his name was. He would have been a pretty good pick. I mean, I guess they could have chose the twins, or any of the other random subordinates. But yeah, I mean, this is an okay lineup of which characters they chose. It sure appears to be strange. Please take mine to be careful, Lord Ainz. Thank you, Albedo. Oh? Who do we have here? They do not look very familiar. Man, this is really cool. If like they even have a misunderstanding, I would just love to see the power and what kind of fight would happen between the Demon Lords and Nazarick. Because like, of course, Ainz is like stronger than all of his subordinates. I would believe that Ainz rivals the greatest of the Demon Lords from the slime side. So I think he would be stronger than Rimuru. But it's very hard to say where the subordinates of Nazarick would end up in like the Demon Lord versus matches, where they would be able to win or lose. Also, I just realized Shalltear is a vampire, and so Luminous and her might have some interesting words to say about each other. And I'm pretty sure the maids are all demons, if I'm not mistaken, on Nazarick's side. And Albedo is a succubus. I'm pretty sure Ainz is a lich. So they're all monsters and should be accepted easily within the Demon Lord. Especially in Tempest, considering it's a nation of monsters and these guys are also monsters. Just what are those guys? Is this their domain? I'd like to ask them some questions, but... Huh? Oh! Here comes a magical beast! I bet they're gonna be insulted that he just called Ainz a magical beast. Or no, I'm guessing magical beasts are behind Ainz, also coming through the gateway. Hey! That magical beast is heading straight at them! Seems like it recognized the closest creature as its enemies. Doesn't look like it's up for negotiations. We'll just have to take it down if it's coming at us. Damn, there's not even a voice line for the creatures. They were just incinerated. Wow, that's impressive. They took it down so quickly. Oh, is there something else coming out of the portal? How dare you take a stab at Lord Ainz? You deserve to die a painful death. Be gone. Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to build a team to get me the most points. So, I'm gonna have to do a quick cut here. Alright, I'm done making some changes. And this is the strongest I can get to getting me the best harvest special effects. So yeah, let's just put some good equipment and let's just try this out. Now, hopefully they just one-shot them. Alright. Ainz Al Ghul, Part 1. I thought it was Ainz Al Ghul, but I guess Ainz Al Ghul. Lord Ainz, we took care of the vulgar monsters. However, the portal seems to have disappeared. It seems so. Honestly, this all makes no sense. Let us go introduce ourselves. You look like you understand us. I assume we speak the same language. Man, if this was following the normal Overlord plot, I would love to see these guys be in conflict. As far as I can remember where the plot of Overlord was, it was like they were trying to take over the world. Overlord is kind of a confusing isekai, considering he was playing a video game and somehow got transported into the game, but once the game got shut off, somehow he ended up in a different world that wasn't the Nazarick game, or I don't remember what it was called, the actual game. But yeah, he went two different isekais, different plots. He went from being transported inside a game to transported into some different magical world with different magical properties. And now he's isekai'd once again into a different world. So I'm guessing he wouldn't have the same necessities to probably rule this world to find his friends or other players like he did in his original series or timeline, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Man, it'd be so cool just to see all 4 of these guys fight. Or 8 of these guys. First of all, are any of you familiar with the name Ainz al-Gon? Ainz? Never heard of it. Are they gonna take that as an insult? It doesn't ring a bell for me either. If you were famous in this world, I'm sure I would have heard of them. What about you, Rimuru? I never heard of anyone like that. So, what is it about this name? I see. It's my name. But there's no problem with you not knowing me. I guess we landed somewhere so far that nobody knows me. Apologies for suddenly showing up here with no appointment. Huh? Yeah. I'm Overlord Tempest. Sorry, it seems that I've run out of business cards. Haha. I'm wondering if that's another game reference. If these two are gonna bond. Because, he makes a game reference and says, haha, slime or something like that. Because that's usually what he does to relate with other worlders. Because they usually are like, huh? I know that reference. And I'm pretty sure Ainz, before he became the Overlord, was a shut-in NEET. So he should know a lot about gaming, manga, and all of that, and pick up on any references Rimuru says. Business cards. Ah, business cards. Maybe I should start introducing myself from now on with a business card. I ought to have some made. I guess they're both just relating because no one in the slime world / the Overlord world would be able to know what a business card is. Well, I guess not everybody would not know. Since people in Ingresia are pretty tech savvy, I bet Yuki and his people probably have business cards. But I would say probably 95% of the slime world wouldn't know what business cards are. And so they're like, huh? Only our world, only Earth, or whatever timeline that you want to say both of them come from, would have business cards. Wait, what did he just say? He knows what business cards are. He almost spoke like a businessman. Let me reintroduce myself. I am Ainz Algon, the ruler of the Sorcerer Kingdom, and overlord of the great tomb of Nazarick. Call me Ainz. Of the Sorcerer Kingdom and overlord of the great tomb of Nazarick. So yeah, I was kind of right about the name. I mean, I guess Nazarick and I'm trying to remember what else I said it was, but yeah, I was pretty close to it. And these here are my subordinates. You have my permission to introduce yourselves. I am Albedo, the leader of the Guardians, and one of the loyal servants of the Sorcerer King Ainz. Shaltir Bloodfallen here. My name is Nabriel Gamma. I'm Guy. Misery. Introduce everyone. I kind of like that. That's funny. It's like, Guy isn't even letting people introduce themselves. He introduces himself and then orders Misery to introduce everyone. I feel like that's kind of a weird flex. Being like, okay, I'm gonna have my guy introduce all these other guys in front of Ainz, who's like having his own minions introduce themselves. Like a weird servant flex off. I am Misery, and this is Rain. Over there are Lady Milim and Lady Luminous. Also, I just figured it was so weird that Rain was doing poses like she was trying to model or show off herself. I see. Also, this picture goes hard. Yeah, it looks like they're about to have a 3v3 fighting game. God, that's such a badass idea. I wish somebody would do a crossover. So, what brings you guys here? Seems that we got caught up in some abnormal phenomenon. And before we knew it, we were sucked into a portal in space. And the next thing you know, we found ourselves here. I see. I forget, like, the Lich lore, but are Liches demons? Because I'm not entirely sure if this is supposed to be a mirror image, because I see Shaltir and Luminous standing face to face with each other. Both vampires. Albedo's a succubus, standing, I guess, against Rimuru? And Ainz is standing face to face with Guy. So I don't really know if there's supposed to be a connection between Albedo and Rimuru, because a succubus is a demon in most lores that I've heard of. And with Rimuru being a demon lord. But is a Lich a demon? Or does it just have these two guys in the back because they're the tallest out of everyone? And so it just kind of makes sense to have them facing each other. So, this must be your home. No, it must be some sort of conference room. It's not just any conference room. This is where demon lords gather to discuss matters. Oh, how interesting. So everyone here is a demon lord, correct? How incredible of you, Lord Ainz! You successfully infiltrated a ruler's room completely by chance. This must be fate. How about you slaughter those here and take over this new world? Man, imagine, like, just selling out your boss like this. Like, even if he did want to do that, it's like, if he wanted to do that secretly, they just, like, blew up the plan of doing it secretly. But of course he's gonna be like, no, let's negotiate. And I would just love if they actually took that as a threat and started fighting. Like, I want all these guys to fight so badly. What? Hey now, Albedo, don't get any strange ideas. Forgive me. Anyway, we must return to our world. The portal has already disappeared, but do you have any idea as to how we can return? Man, so they just skim right over that? Hold on, wait. Damn, I clicked the wrong thing. But yeah, man, they don't really talk about that. They just skim right over that. I wanted them to say something, be like, what? You're actually evil, or it's not going to be so easy taking us down, or something like that. I wanted Ainz to say some kind of excuse for Albedo, being like, sorry, my subordinate gets a little excited and has crazy ideas, or something of that nature. Sure, I'd be happy to tell you if you promise to submit yourself to us. Damn! And here's Guy. He did not let that comment slide of them thinking they can slaughter the demon lords. As like, okay, well, if you say that we're better than you, then we'll help you. What? Hey, Guy, that's a bit too much. I don't mind bowing to ask someone for a favor, but as a ruler, I simply refuse to submit myself. Then you'll have to fight us. If you want to be treated as equals, you'll need to prove your strength to us. Oh, I see. If that is what you wish. It's not my intention to fight, but I guess I have no choice, since we have to find a way back to Nazarick. How dare you try to test Lord Ainz? Let's teach them a real lesson and shut their filthy mouths. Calm yourself, Albedo, and be cautious. You don't know how strong they could be. Understood. Guy, do you expect me to join in this silly game? Yeah. Doesn't it seem like fun? What a pain. Alright, fine. I suppose at least one of them looks like a bit of fun. So, does that mean it's gonna be Shaltier versus Luminous? Is that the one that she was referring to that looks like a bit of fun? Nope, we're versus against Ainz and... okay, a couple of them. At least these two. I'm guessing he's buffing himself up. Okay, I kind of like her animations. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, we're going to Tempest now. Making Peace Part 1. Ah ha ha ha! You guys sure are strong! Tisk! That power! We better keep a distance from her. Lady Albedo, I'll hold her back. No. The one who's called Gi seems to be the leader who hasn't made a move yet. Yeah, and he's got his two maids defending him. But even without them, he would probably put them in the ground just by himself. We must be able to protect Lord Ainz if that man tries to do anything funny. Right, I understand. Albedo, was it? You're able to deal with Milim's attacks while still keeping an eye on me, huh? This is going to be more fun than I thought. I gathered that you're not going all out on me. Oh, you can tell. That's impressive. So, what do you want from me? Heh, you're a vampire, aren't you? If you say that you'll come serve for me, I'll make sure to treat you extra well. I'm also curious about that maid outfit that Nabral over there is wearing. I wish I could take the both of you with me. I shall not serve anyone but Lord Ainz. Then I'll just have to force you to come with me. So don't blame me if I hit you hard, okay? Oh, I'm the one who's gonna be doing the hitting. They're strong. It's no wonder they call themselves Demon Lords. Despite fighting as a party against us, they're not coming at us with coordinated attacks. It's probably safe to assume they don't usually fight as a party. Hmm? Milim, go easy on them, but go all out. Go easy on them, but go all out. I'm guessing he's just asking her to use a bunch of attacks, but not like full power attacks. Just to test out these guys. Huh? I don't really know what you mean, but okay. Drago Buster! Huh? Lord Ainz! Lord Ainz, are you hurt? So did they move him out of the way? Or did they take the attack? No, you protected me. I owe you one, Albedo. And I guess screw the other girl, even though she took the attack as well. I'm not worthy of such praise. Please, leave the girl to me. Indeed. Milim did go easy on her, but I'm still surprised that she was able to block that. This sure is getting good. What shall we do, Lord Gi? Beware of that Ainz guy. He's probably about to strike. We still don't understand how their magic system works. So far, they've only used basic magic attacks. But this is their world. They might have a trick up their sleeve. It's too risky to cast any kind of time magic. They could nullify it, or even reflect it back at us. In which case, I guess the best thing would be able to cast something that I could withstand, even if I got reflected back at me. The one thing I do hate is that we're inside his head, like listening to his dialogue or inner monologue, and yet they don't use his human voice. I'm pretty sure that's what happened in most of the anime, that they would use his human voice to talk whenever we were inside Ainz. But here they're just making it his Overlord voice all the time, I guess. Alright then, if you're really a Demon Lord, you should be able to withstand this. Rain, Misery, fire away. Arc. Beelzebub. What? He neutralized it. No way. Did he absorb it? But why would he eliminate their magic as well? Everyone, that's enough. What? Why did you stop us, Rimuru? There's no need for any more fighting. They've done enough to prove their strength to us. I do always hate this about Rimuru. It's like, it feels like a party pooper mentality, that he just doesn't like fighting at all. Like, even when people are training and going all out for training, he's like, okay, stop it. Even right now, he's telling Demon Lords to stop fighting when they're really enjoying the battle. Don't forget that Ainz and his people came from Ramrus's labyrinth. They probably know the important things that we don't. So, we should be asking them to cooperate with us instead. Oh yeah. I guess that entire time, we were so enveloped with the fight / that these guys are here, that I forgot all about the labyrinth stuff. Really? You've got a point. Alright, let's call it quits. We've seen enough of your powers. Although, we probably didn't get to see you at 100%. The same could be said for you. Who knows? Yeah, Guy didn't even make a move. He made Rain and Misery do their attack. So he hasn't seen their 100%. But with Guy kind of trumping them, he hasn't even seen like 1% of Guy's strength. Right. So, as for how you guys are going to get back, the reason you guys were transported is likely related to this labyrinth we're dealing with right now. And I was just asking Rimuru to help us resolve this problem. I see. Rimuru, it'll be your responsibility to take care of Ainz and his people. You'll work closely with Ainz, since he's the key to solving the mystery of the labyrinth, and make sure to see that he returns home safely. Got that? Alright. Well, I guess we have no choice. No objections. Alright, you're all dismissed. I want everything reported to me ASAP. Rimuru, it seems like we've got you caught up in some mess. We owe you one. It's not your fault, Ainz. It's something I would have had to deal with anyway. Here, I'll take you to my nation. Oh, you're back, Master. Who are those people, Great Rimuru? Oh, they're my guests. Everyone, treat them well, okay? Yeah. Ainz has a large cast of subordinates. I would say they probably have a equal amount of cast members slash subordinates that they have for both of them. Man, it would just be so cool if the entirety of Nazarick was here to meet Tempest. But that's way too many characters for this game's budget. Getting all those voice actors. Greetings. All guests of Great Rimuru are welcome here. How interesting. I can smell death all around them. What is it? Is there something you want to tell me? Well, it seems that you've been playing a dangerous game, and I'm intrigued by your incredible powers. So you can sense that I've just had a bit of fun, huh? You have an impressive subordinate, Rimuru. But skills aside, you have some learning to do if you can't hide your suspicions when greeting a guest. Forgive my transgressions, but could it not be that I purposely showed my suspicions? Heh, I see. You got me there. You've really got some good people working for you, Rimuru. Ho ho ho. What an honor to be praised by a guest of Great Rimuru. You're already basically having a standoff. Well, I guess it's only natural since Ainz's people aren't exactly the friendliest looking. Yeah, I'm proud of my guys. So, how are things going? Well, we haven't had any major incidents. I see. Alright, let me share what I've just learned so you guys can go and spread the word. Rimuru, can I talk to you for a sec? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you alone as well. First of all, I want to thank you. You covered for me earlier, right? I don't know. I just thought there was no point for anyone to be fighting at that point. We're not enemies, so why should we fight? Exactly. Oh yeah, come over here. I want to show you something. Here, go on in. Wow. I never thought I'd see a Japanese-style room here. And you showing me this room just proved that my hunch was right. Ah, I knew it. You're Japanese. Ainz. You're what we call an otherworlder, right? That's right. Yeah, I thought so. You too, then? Yeah. I died in my old world and woke up as a slime. What about you? Well, I was playing an online game until the very moment the server got shut down. And before I knew it, I was transported to another world in the form of my game avatar, along with my guild headquarters. Wow, that's quite different from me. So, that was your character in the game? Yeah, it's a DMMORPG called Yggdrasil. Do you know it? Hold on, did he even say that line? Yeah. Okay, I guess I just didn't hear him say it when I was saying it. But DMMORPG, like, I'm trying to remember exactly what that acronym stands for. MMORPG, that one is like normal for like massive multiplayer online RPG or role-playing game. But I forget what the D is. I think it's like dive or something like that. Basically their headsets or their virtual reality. Nah, I never heard of it. Besides, what's a DMMO? It's a type of game in which you dive into a virtual world. Yeah, so it does stand for dive. A virtual world? Wait, maybe you come from a much later time period than me. Actually, we might even be from a different timeline. Ah, so we're both from Japan, but also different worlds, huh? Still, we share the same nationality, so I hope we can be friends. Damn, I'm trying to think. This kind of gives me some other anime vibes that I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, like kind of Shield Hero vibes. Because they're from different timelines of the same place. Because that's where like a bunch of the heroes from Shield Hero. Likewise. Huh? Sounds like Ranga. Excuse me, master. There's been a report of a powerful magical beast in the vicinity. I thought it might have something to do with the mysterious labyrinth. Good work. Okay, let's go. Rimuru, can we join you? I'd like to see that magical beast. And I'd also like to know a little more about this area. Yeah, sure thing. Come along then.